Good evening and welcome to Hoops Friday Night. Alongside Matt Zigai, I'm Jason Geiser, and we begin tonight with Lima Senior trying to capture their second Three Rivers Athletic Conference championship in 4 years.
In order to do just that, the Spartans will have to get past Whitmer for the second time this season. Just over a month ago, Lima Senior traveled to Toledo and took out the Panthers on their home floor. Tonight, they try for the sweep at home. To a jam-packed Lima Gymnasium we go as the Spartan faithful are ready to cheer their team to a league title, while Whitmer looks to win the conference outright. Second quarter, Josiah Fulcher sinks the pull-up jumper. The Spartans lead by 5, and then it's Khalil Luster kicking a Jadakiss Mack for 3, 25-17 Lima Senior. The freshman can score it too, as here he takes it baseline before getting the home bounce for the deuce. And then the Spartans heat up from deep. Jaleel King given too much space. He makes no mistake. Lima Senior takes a 5-point lead into the half. Third quarter, it's Mack again, knocking it down. His foot's on the line though, but the long two propels the Spartans to a 7-point advantage. And then it's Luster finding King in the corner. He dials another one up from distance. Lima Senior sweeps Whitmer and win a share of the track title. The Spartans down the Panthers 52-49.
Findlay begins the final Friday of the regular season, tied for 4th place in the track with Toledo St. John's, and fittingly, the Trojans pay a visit to St. John's. Ryan Roth confidently pulling the trigger on the 3 with a hand in his face. Then it's Ryan Nunn creating something, burying the step-back J. The Trojans avenge last month's overtime loss to St. John's with an overtime win, 59-55.
WBL title on the line tonight in Elida as Ottawa Glandorf can win the conference outright with a win. A loss, however, opens the door for Shawnee to share the conference crown with the Titans. First quarter, Owen Heagle smooth on the pull-up jumper. The senior strikes first for OG, but Elida comes right back. Max Parker working down low. He forces one up and in, plus the foul. Home Dogs in front, and they are running here as Drew Brockert leaks behind the defense and lays it in. Elida up by 3, but OG hits the glass. Ethan White with the offensive board. He finds Ethan Alt for the deuce. We are level at 14 apiece after 1. Second quarter, Dante Wheeler kicks to Evan Unruh. He cans the corner 3. Bulldogs have the lead, but the road team kept fighting. Heagle finds Aaron Riemann. He gets 2 defenders in the air before putting it home, plus the foul. OG wins the WBL, finishing 9-0 in conference play. Titans take it 69-66.
Shawnee's only WBL loss this season came to OG. Tonight's Tribe tries to wrap up a 20-2 campaign, hosting a Salina team that's lost 7 straight. Second quarter, Johnny Caprella up and under for the layup. Shawnee's up 34-20. The senior scores 30. Now it's another senior, Sheridan O'Neill, making the most of his final home game. The jumper falls for a 14-point lead. Salina answers. Austin Oakley buries the 3-ball. This one's all Shawnee, though, 68-46. Wapakoneta is desperately trying to shake out of a late season slump before the tourney tips off. The Redskins have gone just 2-7 since their 10-2 start. They host a 6-win St. Mary's team tonight. First quarter hot start for the home team. Aaron Good feeds Brady Erb for the long ball. Wapak takes a quick 5-0 lead. And then it's Reed Miracle tacking on another triple try. He hit 4 of those in the opening frame. St. Mary's has to get something going. Ethan Stinger to Braden Dunlap down low plus the foul, but the Riders are still down 6. And here's Miracle again with another trifecta. Wapak wins 70-50.
Bath looks to avoid a winless conference season as they travel to Kenton tonight to take on a Wildcats team that's lone WBL win came all the way back in mid-January. First quarter, Carter Parlapiano driving the lane. He puts it up and in for 2 to get the road team on the board. But the home team too much tonight. Jaden Cornell dialing one up from distance. Kenton up 1, and then a beautiful feed inside to Trey Jeffries. He goes glass for 2. Kenton wins 72-52. Only one other game in the WBL tonight. Van Wert wins at Defiance 67-58.
With a pair of future Division I college players on the same Division IV high school roster, there was little doubt that Crestview would contend for a Northwest Conference championship this winter. But as we enter the final week of the regular season, it's Columbus Grove, a team that hasn't made it above 500 the last 3 years, that's already wrapped up a share of the title. The Bulldogs trip to Crestview as tonight's Hoops Friday night spotlight game.
Hoops Friday Night Spotlight Game, brought to you by Steve Meyer Service in Kreidersville.
The Bulldogs have won 8 straight, are 16-4 overall, and unbeaten in the league. The Knights are on an 18-game win streak, ranked 2nd in the state and 20-1 overall. Second quarter, Javen Etzler gives to younger brother Kalen, who takes it to the hoop one time. That pushes the Knights into the lead. They go up 5 before Grove answers. Grayson Flores crossing over, stepping back and draining the jumper. It's a 3-point game, and a few possessions later, Evan Hopkins makes a defender miss, drives inside and knocks down the floater. Dogs back within 3, but Crestview always answers. Javen Etzler off the screen, pull it up and knocking down. Crestview forces an NWC title split, 61-44.
After an 8-0 start, Bluffton has limped to the finish line. They try to build some momentum heading into the postseason as they match up with Ada tonight. Third quarter, Brandon Hull feeds Zach Swaney in the corner for 3. We are level at 25, but Ada gets careless with the ball. Baylor Garmotter with the steal, and he threads the needle to Jared Piercefield, who lays it in for 2. The Pirates are up 5, and then it's Piercefield once again, taking it to the rack, drawing contact. He gets it to go, plus the foul. Bluffton wins 54-45. Two teams in desperate need of a win go head-to-head tonight at the stage. Jefferson has lost 3 in a row, while Allen East has dropped 4 of 5. First quarter, Devin Reed makes a nice move to get to the hoop for the deuce. Mustangs up by 2. Jefferson responds, though, as Doug Long spins down low and lays it in. The Jeff Cats are up by 4, and then it's Ian Wanamaker driving through the defense to get to the bucket for 2. Jefferson snaps their 3-game skid. They win 65-58. Just one other game in the NWC this evening. Paulding protects home court over Spencerville, 56-49.
Lincoln View steps out of Northwest Conference play tonight, visiting Northwest Central Conference champion Perry. The Commodores have won 10 in a row. The Lancers have faltered to a 1-5 mark down the stretch. Third quarter, Jamal Whiteside gets into the lane, pulls and pops. The senior gives Perry a 4-point lead. Back come the Lancers. Alec Bowersock to Ethan Kemmler, in close. Lincoln View right back within a deuce, and now they're running. Jorge Salinas to Bowersock for the layup. The Lancers have a 31-30 advantage, but Perry comes right back at him. Whiteside to Ryan Yingst inside. The Commodores take the lead right back, and then Yanks, the freshman, cleans the glass and puts it back. Perry wins 52-48.
We need to take our first break here on Hoops Friday night, but when we return, we have drama in the MAC as St. Henry seeks an outright league title, while St. John's stands in their way in hopes of claiming a conference crown of their own. Stay tuned. St. Henry has already clinched a share of the MAC title, but the Redskins can win it outright tonight with a victory against St. John's. A Blue Jays win would give St. John's a share of the conference crown. To St. Henry we go, as the Redskins have eyes on an 11th straight win to close out the season. The Blue Jays, meanwhile, seek their 7th victory in a row. First quarter, Jared Worst gets the ball at the top of the key. He makes his move to the paint and knocks down the pull-up J, but St. Henry responds quick. Ethan Tiemann swings it to Sam Harding's 4-3. The Redskins are heating up, and then it's Caden Niekamp faking the 3-ball and feeding Jay Kanapke in the corner. He drives baseline and makes it look easy. 5-2 Redskins, and the home team pulls away. Ben Evers sprints right through the D and puts it home. St. Henry wins the MAC as the Redskins win 56-42. Marion Local doesn't get the help they needed as the Blue Jays unable to knock off the Redskins. Despite being eliminated from title contention, the Flyers look to close out the season with a win against New Knoxville. Third quarter, Rangers trying to climb back in it. Jared Osborne refuses to be denied down low. He gets the layup to fall. Flyers up big, though, and they stretch the lead. Nate Bruns grabs the offensive board. He scores 29. And Marion Local is your winner.
In Minster, the Wildcats have won 4 of their last 5. They play for a 15th win tonight, hosting a Parkway club that's gunning for their first winning season in 10 years. Third quarter, Minster feeds the big man, Jarrett Schultze, down low. Home team's up 50-14. Then it's Jack Heitbrink tacking on a corner 3. Minster wins big, 76-44. Right next door in New Bremen, the Cardinals host a Coldwater squad that's really coming into their own down the stretch. The Cavs have gone 8-2 since starting the season 4-7. Fourth quarter, Jacob Rindler working in the corner, pump fake and stepping into the jumper. Cards down big, though, 56-20, and the Cavs never look back. Grant Meyer for 3. Coldwater wins 61-27.
Van Buren has clinched at least a share of the BVC title as Lipsick downed Arlington yesterday. The Black Knights can win it outright with a win tonight over Arcadia. First quarter, Michael Kramer drills the three on the catch and shoot. The Black Knights are up 5-0. And at the other end, Justin Stoner knocks down a jumper of his own. Arcadia still trails 12-4. And at the end of the first, Sage Warren tips it up and in at the buzzer. Van Buren leads by 8 after 1. Second quarter, Carson Goebel adds 3 more. Van Buren wins 45-29, claiming their first BVC title since 2005. Elsewhere in the BVC, Pandora Gilboa wins at Macomb 60-52. Hopewell Loudon edges Riverdale by 1, 48-47. Liberty Benton wins in a shootout at North Baltimore 89-70, and Corey Rawson puts on a show at home 89-45 over Van Loo.
Lipsick, one night after playing spoiler in the race for a BVC title, steps out of that league and into their other. It's a Putnam County League game at Fort Jennings. Third quarter, Drew Liffick knocking down a 3 from the corner. Lipsick has a 29-21 lead. Right back comes the Ford. It all starts with defense. Simon Smith with the steal, brings it right at us for the layup. It's a 6-point game, but the Vikings do hold them off. Tyler Heagle with the layup in transition. Lipsick wins 44-36. Kalida steps out of conference play to close out the regular season. The Wildcats, who've won 7 straight and 11 of 12, play host to Fairview. With a little over 1:30 left to play, the score's tied at 38. This is Luke Earhart at the foul line. Earhart calmly sinking both free throws, pushing the Cats in front 40-38. Would those be the last points scored tonight? Fairview's 3 is off the mark, and the putback won't fall either. Kalida hangs on 40-38.
Audubon also dips into the Green Meadows Conference to end their season as they tip off with Wayne Trace. The Big Green in search of a 5th straight win. First quarter, Jaden Schnipke gets the steal and takes it all the way to the other end for the 2 to tie the game. And then it's Josh Turbin with a full court heave to Drew Fisher leaking behind the D, and he does the rest. The Big Green take the lead, but Wayne Trace answers back. Jace Vining takes the rock to the rack. He draws contact and gets it to go. The 3-point play is the Raiders in front, and then it's Reed Miller driving and finding Mox Price for the bucket. Wayne Trace wins 62-48. Other scores tonight, yet another PCL versus GMC matchup. Hicksville beats Miller City 58-45, and Temple Christian wins at Monclova Christian 61-51, 31 for Brody Bowman tonight. There's a Division IV sectional quarterfinal tonight. Fort Loramie advances 73-47 over Covington, and it's rivalry night in the NWOAL with Liberty Center topping Patrick Henry 45-37.
We need to take our second and final break here on Hoops Friday night. When we come back, postseason action from the swimming pool, the bowling alley, and the wrestling mats. Get the highlights after this. Welcome back to Hoops Friday night, where we now turn our attention to the postseason away from the basketball court. State champions are crowned at the Division II swim meet in Canton. What a night for Bellefontain's Amy Fulmer, who finished state runner-up in both the 100-yard freestyle and 100 backstroke. Clava Katayama from Ada also makes the podium, taking 4th in the 50 free and 5th in the 100 butterfly. The Salina girls relay team is on the podium in the 200 medley and 200 free, finishing 6th and 7th respectively. For the boys, Cole Condon from Versailles claims 5th place in the state in the 50 free. Local high school bowlers tonight compete for a spot at their state tournament. The top 3 teams and top 3 individuals from the Division II girls district in Rossford are Columbus bound. St. Mary's is the lone local team headed to state. Sarah Harden rolling the strike. The Rough Riders are your district runners up. Here's Coldwater's Allie Fox clearing the deck. However, the Cavs finished 4th today. That is 1 spot shy of the state championship cut. Van Wert sophomore Lori Decker will make her 2nd straight trip, picking up the spare. She rolls a 5.70 tonight, good for 4th overall and the top individual qualifying spot at state. The state championships are next weekend at Wayne Webb's in Columbus.
We move from districts to sectionals. The Division I sectional takes place from 20th Century Lanes today. Salina's Ashton Huber knocks them all down. The Freshman Bowl's a 5-10 as the Bulldogs win the sectional title with a 24-94 total. Lima Senior's Riley Davenport spins one home for the strike here. The Spartan finishes 7th overall with a 5.54, and Lima Senior advances, finishing 5th as a team. Shawneesdale Aldrich makes no mistake as she nails the strike. Aldrich finishes 1st individually, bowling a 6.23. Shawnee moves to districts, finishing 4th as a team. And finally, it's Wapok's Madison Dosick with the strike. She bowls a 5.66, finishing 5th. The Redskins move on as a team, finishing 3rd with a 24-47. From the lanes to the mats, Division III sectional wrestling from LCA. LCC today as the winners will punch their ticket to districts in Troy. We start at 126. The 2-seed Wayne Trace's Seth Medicine sticks his man in 2 minutes 32 seconds. The sophomore moves on to the second round. Bumping up to 138, the top seed in action as Parkway's Ethan Meyer pins his man in just 31 seconds. The Panther advances with ease. And then we head to 145. Allen East's Chase Miller is your top seed. He pins Coldwater's Nate Kaiser in just 33 seconds. The freshman strolls into the second round. And finally, we stay at 145. LCC's Joey Caprella upsetting the 2-seed in St. John's Mason Vonderwell. The T-Bird sticks him in 2 minutes 43 seconds and heads to the next round. They'll continue this sectional tourney tomorrow at 9:30 a.m.
There's also a Division III sectional at Van Buren tonight. The top 4 in each class advance to districts at Lakota. In the 220-pound weight class, Van Buren's Caleb Snodgrass wins by pin, and he isn't the only Black Knight opening with a victory. Teammate Andres Miranda also claims a pinfall at 126. The host school looking good, and so does Arcadia's Jordan McGowan, winning via pinfall in the 138-pound weight class. Also moving on to day 2 in the winner's bracket is Macomb's Andrew Smith at 152 pounds. He gets his pin. Sectionals continue tomorrow morning at 10, and that is how we wrap up a very well-rounded Hoops Friday night here to end the regular season. Join us back here next week.